So in this video, what I want to do is I want to talk us through just how to use some of the things in Excel to do the equations we've been doing in finance. So I just made myself some little notes to do some examples, and I'll just go through each of them and show you what to do. All right, so the first one I'm going to do is compound interest. So you just need to pick a cell where you want your answer. Once I've picked my cell, then I go to this FX where it says insert a function. And it will ask you what kind of function. Because I have been doing finance, it came up to finance. So if yours doesn't, you just click down the menu and it says financial. All right, so in financial, I'm looking for future value because I know at the present value, it's 5,000. I want to know how much do I have in the future. So I hit FB and I say, okay. So I need to start by putting in the interest rate, which I can see is 6%. So you do put in the 6 and the percent, but don't stop there. You have to hit divide by the number of payments you get a year, which is 12. Then after that, it says how many payments are you going to get in total. So I know I get 12 payments a year times 4 years. And you can tell over here it says 48. All right, this is compound interest. With compound interest, we do not make payments, so put a 0 in. The present value is how much money we're investing, which is 5,000, and put that in without any commas. And the type, just omit it. You don't need that. So now when I hit OK, it pops in the answer, 6,352.45. So that is what we're going to have in the future. Notice it shows negative. Anything in red is negative. That's kind of to our advantage because later if I want to say like, okay, how much money did I get in interest? I can just hit this. Well, actually, let's hit that. I'm going to hit equals this plus this. So I'm just typing on the cells and it gives it to me. If that bothers you, then don't do it that way. Let me show you a different way. You can just hit equals. If you want Excel to do math, you hit equals. So you could type in 6,352.45 and then say minus 5,000 and I get that same number. It's just not in red. So if you really want to, you can make Excel do that. If that's too much for you, skip it. Get this value. This is the important one for the compound interest. Then you could do interest on your own. So let's try an annuity, and I put these side by side because they're very similar. So once again, I'm hitting that FX, insert a function, and once again, it is going to be future value. So I hit FV, make sure it's just FV, and I say okay. Again, first thing it says is the rate 3.75%, and this time I said quarterly, so I'm going to divide by 4. NPR, this is 4 times 20 because I said for 20 years. The payment, we are making a payment of $250. The present value is if there was some other amount that you started with, like you invested $5,000 and then paid $250 every quarter, you could put that here, but we're not doing that. We're starting with nothing and we're slowly adding $250. And then again, the type, omit it. It's going to do it at the end, so just don't put anything in for type, and you say okay. And that says in the future you have $29,589.77. Again, if you want to know how much of that is interest, you got to do a little bit more work here. If you want to know the interest you got, notice I'm hitting equals. I did $250 times 4. I paid $250 4 times a year for 20 years. So here's my total that I paid. And then I could say, now let's subtract 29,589.77 minus the 20,000. And it would say, oops, too bad I didn't hit equals. Let's go up here and put an equal in. That way it will do math. Now it says we made $9,589.77 in interest. So this is, all right, investment and then interest, if I were to happen to ask you that. Typically I don't. All right, so let's go bigger. Let's say we want to figure out a house. So for a house, I again hit FX. And what I'm looking for now is payment. I want to know how much do I pay per month. So I hit that and open it. And once again, it says rate. So my rate is 4.2%, and I'm going to pay monthly. I divide by 12. The number of payments, you can see that I said, let's look at 30 years. So I'm going to hit times 30. The present value, notice I said we had $385,000, but we're going to put 20% down. So I'm going to type 0.8 times 385,000. Okay, what this does is if you put 20% down, you pay 80%. So 80% is what I'm financing. So I had to give the bank 20% already. The financed amount for the loan is only 80% of the price of the house. And you can see over here it says $308,000. The future value is 0. We want to pay this off. Again, end of the month, so we just say nothing here. We hit OK, and it says you will pay $1,506.17 per month. All right, so I like that I can make it figure out take the down payment out, tell me the finance price, I just have this much. Again, if you're trying to figure out how much interest did you pay, you would have to start with we pay $1,506.17 every month for 30 years. So this is your total paid for the loan. Then to get the interest, I would have to hit equals how much I paid, 5,422.1.2, and subtract the amount that I financed, which we said was $308,000. Somehow I hit an extra button. Sorry about that. Okay, so we financed $308,000. We paid $234,221.20. That's true. I mean, it's a big number, but you financed for a long time, so you can see both of them. All right. Car is going to be very similar. Once again, I pick just a place to put the value. Let's actually pick here. Let me hit FX. And one more time I go down to payment. So most of the time I've hit the same couple of buttons and I hit OK. My rate, I said 5.8. I hit the percent, divide by 12. In per is 12 payments a year and 4 years. Present value, now look what I did. I said it was $18,500, but I gave you a $2,500 down payment. So I'm putting in here, making it do it for me. 18,500 minus 2,500 is 1,600. Future value, once again, 0. And as always, leave that type empty, hit OK, and it says you're going to pay $374.30 per month. Again, I like knowing that total paid kind of thing. So I'm going to say here, hit equals 374.3 times 4 years, 12 times a year. Uh-oh, I hit something too quick. Sorry about that. Let's do it again. Equals 374.4 times 12 times 4. So there's my 12 times a year for 4 years. Here's my total I pay is $17,971.2. And then to get the interest, I say equals 17,971.2 minus, remember when you're subtracting, you do 16,000, which is the amount you financed. So you paid $1,971.20. Yes, the car looks better. The car costs less. You finance it over a short amount of time. The house costs more. You finance a longer amount of time. I know this interest is overwhelming and seems too big. Completely accurate.